Welcome to SVGTV's news for Wednesday, May 25th, 2022. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. Minister of Agriculture Suboto Caesar is confident the CARICOM region can reduce its food import bill by at least 25% by 2025. Minister recently attended a 3-day regional agricultural investment conference in Guyana, where a 14-member contingent from St. Vincent and the Grenadines was able to discuss a wide range of issues related to the agriculture sector within the regional counterparts. In an interview with the Agency for Public Information, Minister Caesar said that it was important for them to collectively address the issue of food security as they work together to reduce the current food import bill.
So the meeting in Guyana was to establish a regional framework whereby we can work together, the different member states of CARICOM, to see which country will produce what and in what quantities, to put together the logistic framework for transportation, to put together a platform for the marketing of these commodities, because we are asking the consumers in CARICOM, the housewives in CARICOM, the persons who are cooking in CARICOM, to make sure that when you go to the supermarkets, when you go to the restaurants, that you demand and you request food that is produced, food produced within the region.
As he further detailed the success of his recent visit to Guyana, Minister Caesar said that he is confident that collectively the CARICOM region can reduce its food import bill significantly.
The standpoint of St. Vincent and Grenadines, we have the land. The land is available. And we were able to have the supplementary estimates from the Ministry of Finance addressing assistance with fertilizer, with feed. We now have the KCCU, Government of St. Vincent and Grenadines, Fleet Expansion Program. So we will be able to provide a lot of the fish, which will be used in many of the other islands. We have persons who are at the technical college. They're being tooled to come out to work in the industry. We are realizing that persons who benefited from the Prime program are now doing more in agro-processing. So even though we had setbacks because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the volcanic eruptions, and now the Russia-Ukraine conflict, I am confident that once the stakeholders, once we renew our efforts, that we will be able to reduce our food import bill significantly, all being equal.
Minister Caesar took the time to highlight the areas of possible economic growth in SVG and from an agricultural standpoint, and made mention of the income revolution that would soon be addressed.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines sending the money overseas to purchase, we can see greater circulation of income in our country. What does that mean for diversification? It means that persons who hitherto, before this period, were growing only dasheen, we want you to continue to grow your dasheen in the same quantities and even increase, but you have to grow other commodities because now there is an extra market. So what we don't want is for persons to switch from what they're doing to this. Continue doing what you're doing, increase on that, and add more. This. Yeah. So that's more money in your pockets. And it's definitely a fundamental pillar of the income revolution that we are going to talk about in the Ministry of Agriculture and the Department of Labor.
Despite challenges over the years, including recently with the eruption of La Soufrière volcano, which devastated a large section of agriculture production, St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues to be seen as the food basket of the Caribbean. In other news now, Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment Sinclair Prince on Tuesday, May 24th, addressed the 75th World Health Assembly in Geneva, Switzerland. Minister Prince is leading a 3-member delegation to International Forum, which includes Chief Medical Officer Dr. Simone Kiza-Beach and Director of the Health Security Unit Donna Joyet Bascom. In his address to the Assembly, Minister Prince expressed that with all that SVG has overcome, the country recognizes the importance of having strong interrelationships during difficult times.
Vincent and the Grenadines fully embraces the position that there must be health for peace and peace for health, if there is to be real recovery and renewal going forward from the devastation of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still not yet over. My small country of 110,000 persons recognizes the critical interrelationship of peace and health during times of difficulty and the importance of respite to recover hope, courage, or strength after a time of great hardships. Your Excellencies, now is the critical period of fresh hope for my country. We are cognizant of the significant threat to our hard-earned gains in health and development posed by the lack of universal peace. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a small island developing state with limited resources, and our current state of health and well-being following the potentially devastating past 2 years is due to our strong ties with various countries, regional and international organizations, and groupings of countries. We are friends of all and enemies of none.
As he presented a proposal for the supplementary agenda item to invite Taiwan to participate in the World Health Assembly as an observer, Minister Prince boasts of Taiwan's long-standing ties with SVG for the past 40 years and noted that SVG stands with Taiwan for its inclusion in the World Health Assembly.
Of Taiwan have supported St. Vincent and the Grenadines for more than 40 years, sharing their extensive knowledge and experience in health care. St. Vincent and the Grenadines stands with Taiwan at this time of their continued exclusion from this assembly. At this critical juncture, it is our hope that we will embrace the tremendous health-enhancing opportunity that is a WHO which includes Taiwan. 23 million people ought not to be ignored. Mr. President, Excellencies, the world is at a precariously unprecedented crossroads, and we need to strengthen our collective efforts to end all conflicts, thereby increasing the world's chances of health for all.
While in Switzerland, the team will also engage in bilateral discussions on health-related matters, including chronic non-communicable diseases, emergency preparedness, infectious diseases, among other things. It will also be part of the election of a new president of the World Health Assembly and also a Director General of the World Health Organization, WHO. The World Health Assembly is a decision-making body of the World Health Organization, while the World Health Organization is the United Nations agency which deals with matters of international public health. After months of delayed meetings to discuss advancing construction on the stalled Black Sands resorts, the government appears to be making some headway with developers. Government has been in back and forth with developers for some months, with planned meetings between the two groups being postponed in April and May of this year. Construction on the Peters Hope resort, which was initially to be completed in 2019, has been met with further delays as, according to developers, the Prime Minister, Dr. Alf Gonsalves, says a virtual meeting was convened with Joseph Romano, chairman of the Pace Development Inc., over the weekend, and July has been outlined as the new start date for resumption of construction.
He brought a proposal as to how they're going to go on with the two immediate phases to conclude. You know, they're about 60% plus complete with the 10 villas with 5 rooms each, so that's 50 rooms. We want to finish those while at the same time beginning to do work on the block, the hotel block. More than one hotel block, but in total 200 rooms. And then there would be subsequently a third phase.
Prime Minister Gonsalves says the meeting addressed a number of concerns, including plans to meet the labor force requirements.
Made a presentation, raised questions about it, and they're supposed to provide further documents to us. Hopefully we will have a meeting in the week of the 13th of June, because they intend to start sometime in July with the new structure on the ground, and they're outlining how they're going to address the labor force.
When completed, the resort is expected to add 1,200 rooms to SVG's tourism room stock. Park rangers at the Tobago Keys Marine Park are increasing their vigilance after a number of fish pots were found in the protected area. Fishing is prohibited in the Tobago Keys Marine Park, and manager of the park, Lesroy Noel, is urging fisher folks to desist from fishing in the waters and setting up fish pots. In an interview with the Agency for Public Information, Noel said there have been instances recently where fish pots have been found in the waters of the park. He noted that consistent fishing could destroy the coral reefs, especially in Myro Grand's area. Noel warned if anyone is found fishing in the waters of the protected park, they can be punished by imprisonment and could be charged up to 10,000 EC dollars. The Tobago Keys Marine Park is a protected area by law consisting of many small islands and 6 larger islands, including Myro, which is the only island that is inhabited. The park also has 4 major coral reefs, the largest of which is the Horseshoe Reef, which is home to different varieties of fish and provides habitat for conch, lobsters, and even sea turtles, which is one of the major attractions for visitors to the park. Learning activities at the St. Mary's Roman Catholic School in capital Kingston today were disrupted briefly when, according to reports, an angry parent caused a scene on the school premises. Initial reports on social media claim that the male parent was brandishing a gun. However, head of the Criminal Investigations Department, the CID Superintendent Cloustus Francis, told SVG-TV News that no firearm or other weapon was involved in the incident. Superintendent Francis explained the parent visited the school and caused a commotion by making verbal threats to staff. He said the person is in police custody and has not yet been charged with any offense. SVGTV News understands that the incident stemmed from an injury the child sustained recently, and the parent visited the school to seek redress on the matter. One parent told SVGTV News that after the incident was posted on Facebook, teachers sent out messages via WhatsApp to parents informing them that the students were not in danger. School officials declined to give a comment on the incident. President of the National Council of Women, Beverly Richards, is urging young people to not post on social media today what they will not want to see tomorrow. Referring to nudity that is often posted on social media by young females, Richard warns of how this can affect their future career goals.
No, I notice when there is a application for job application, they're asking for your Facebook page. That's what they call it, Facebook, right? They're asking for your Facebook page so that they can check in to see. And I notice also that Facebook has a page, usually bring back memories, pictures that you would have posted years before. I am happy to have some of those memories, but I can't remember them, you know. So while I am happy to have the memory brought back to me, I am hoping that when you are on the job, you'll be happy to see those memories returning to you.
Richards also appealed to males to stop posting things on social media that denude women.
But I will just check into Facebook now and again. But I've been reading posts that, Pastor, I never heard that word denude. But I want to use that word denude, that denude our women. And sometimes we want to, you know, you put the post, and you know once the post is being set there, it goes far and it goes wide. What are you saying? What are you saying when you make that post? What are you saying to your wife? What are you saying to your daughter? What are you saying about your mother and your sisters? What are you saying about your aunt when you make those posts that denudes a woman?
The police on Tuesday, May 24th, arrested and charged Lesroy Stapleton, a 22-year-old laborer of Diamond, with the offense of murder. The accused was previously charged with manslaughter on January 31st this year. He is currently on remand at Her Majesty's Prison awaiting preliminary inquiry. The police say, according to investigations, the accused allegedly caused the death of a 23-year-old laborer of Diamond by stabbing him about his body with a knife. The incident occurred on January 29, 2022 in Diamond at about 11:45 a.m.